Hey everyone, welcome to Tutoring. Hope you're having a great day. Today we'll be doing question 16 from chapter 8D. So pretty much more volumes of solids of revolution. This one's a bit tricky though because you're not rotating your volume around your x or y axes. You're actually rotating your volume around a line that's not your x or y axes. So let's have a read of the question and I'll show you how to tackle these kind of questions, okay? So question 16. The region defined by the inequalities y bigger equals to x squared minus 2x plus 4, so that's pretty much a parabola, and y less than equals to 4 is rotated about the line y equals 4. Find the volume generated. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you always want to sketch. Whenever you're doing an area, anti-diff, or volumes question, you want to sketch your graph first. See where it is, right? So you get an idea of what your volumes and your areas look like. So what does this parabola look like? Well, just from first glance, you might want to convert this into the turning point form or the intercept form, preferably turning point form here, because if you want to find the intercept form, you have to use your crisscross, your trinomial, and it doesn't seem like it will work. So let's go. Turning point form. To do that, you complete the square. So you halve the 2x, you have the coefficient, you get plus 1, you square that, you minus the same thing, plus 4, and then this becomes x minus 1 squared. So take the first three terms, just take the first one, take the third one, combine them together. If there's a minus, you put a minus. If it's a plus, you put a plus. And then let's just minus these, add them up. Minus 1 squared, that's minus 1. Plus 4, that is plus 3. So your curve or your parabola looks like this. X minus 1, that's your x turning point. And the y value is 3 up here, okay? And then the intersect, the y-intercept is 4. Y-intercept is 4. So this is what your curve looks like, okay? That is an ugly one. I'll try redraw that again. Okay, there we go. So that is your y-intercept at 4 and that's your curve. Now we also know there's a line that is 4 and we should add that up, okay? Add that in. Line that is horizontal line that is equals to 4. It's not straight, but just know that it's a line, okay? So that's all we need, okay? Now what is the area that we want to find? Well, if you look at this question, the region is defined by the inequalities y bigger than the curve. So what is the y bigger than the curve? That's pretty much anything above your curve, okay? So that's everything here. But then we also want the one that is lower than equals to 4. So it's pretty much this part right here. You don't want anything above that line because you want small equals to 4, right? So your area is this blue area right here, okay? Now we are going to rotate that area around this line, y equals to 4. We're going to rotate it and what you get is something like this. So it's pretty much like a P, okay, or some oval shape volume, okay? That's what you're gonna get. Right, so how would you find this volume? Well, it is a top minus bottom thing. You can do that, but because you're not rotating around the x and y axes, you actually want to do one thing before that. What you want to do is you want to move the curve down. So the volumes that you've been taught can only be rotated around the x and y axes. So the formulas that you know, those can only be rotated around the x and y axes. You cannot apply that when it's rotated around some other lines, okay? And if you want to do that, you move your curve down first, okay? So move it down by 4 because that's the line. It's a horizontal line. You can think of this horizontal line as your x-axis. But then you move your graph down by 4. And what you actually get, your new graph, is it actually doesn't matter where you find your volume from, as long as they're the same volume, right? So if you move it down by 4, you get the same curve. So now if you move it down by 4, this curve right here is x squared minus 2x plus 4 minus 4. So that 4 actually cancels out. And you get x squared minus 2x as your new curve. And you can actually find the intercept here, that is 0 and 2, okay? So there we go. This curve right here is the same curve as this one, same dilation, same everything. It's just now it's been translated 4 units down. But the good thing, the reason why we do that is now when you have this area, which is the same area again, same as this one right here, you can rotate around the x-axis. It's the same, you'll get the same volume. See, if you rotate it around the x-axis, you actually get the same one, okay? And of course, how would you do that? Well, as always, if you want to rotate around the x-axis, that is pi, upper terminal, lower terminal, that's 2 to 0, and then it's your curve squared. So it's x squared minus 2x squared, okay? So we square that, antiderive in terms of x, and you should be able to get your answer. So let me expand this first. X squared minus 2x squared, that is x to the power 4. a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. So minus 2ab here would be minus 4ab. So that's x squared times x. That's minus 4x cubed times by 2, of course. And then we have the plus 4x squared as well, dx. Now let's antiderive quickly, and we get 1 on 5 x to the power 5 minus x to the power 4 plus 4 on 3 x to the power 3. Sub in 2, sub in 0, guys, and then your final answer should, let's sub in 2 first. So that's 32 on 5 minus 16 actually. And then plus 8, so that's 32 on 3. When you sub in 0, it all disappears. And let's have a go. So let's add all these numbers up. Times 3, 150, 160. And then add them up. 160 minus 240, that's minus 80. And then 96 minus 80, that's 16. 16 on 15 pi. Units cubed because you're doing volumes, and that's pretty much it. Okay, so the one thing I wanted to show you guys was this part right here, that you can actually translate it 4 units down. That's okay. Okay, but aside from that, guys, hopefully you found this video useful, and if you did, please leave a thumbs up. Aside from that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.